Undead against Night Elf. Not my cup of tea, but we're gonna cast this game so that we're not doing nothing while waiting for Hawk against Anima to start. And yeah, Sheik against LawLiet. It's actually a pretty cool matchup. Sheik winning that game too convincingly with an Expo and Amazonia and a lot of units. LawLiet, I'm pretty sure, like I didn't see the start of the game, but I think he opened Keeper and then went Panda second. So maybe this time a little bit more standard, either Warden or Demon Hunter might serve him better. Like Keeper is a very strong hero early game, but if you can get to a good amount of Dispel, it's really not that great. It's not like Undead has to go for like full melee. Like our bumps, they don't rely that much on their actual attack, so Thorns aura is not necessarily that great. And everything else that you do, Entangle or Trance, can be dispelled. What is going on with this map, with this base layout, by the way? He makes like all the buildings all the way around. I guess against Night Elf, you're not that likely to get like hardcore sieged, so maybe you feel safe doing this. But imagine if Sheik, like, okay, say LawLiet has like a decent army. Sheik loses one of his heroes. LawLiet moves here, like the Saltar is asking to get sniped. Demon Hunter this time around.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the standard Death Knight on the other side, no. Graveyard just yet for the Undead, who's stopping ghouls at 3. Maybe he'll get one roll of Necromancy and then Graveyard. But you can, like, playing ghouls against Night Elves is also fairly standard. You don't have to rush that Graveyard.
A player's forces are under attack.
Slap! Every time these Ancient of Wars. Good scouting. Does get this. And it's not aura first, so he actually does have Death Coil. Ooh, tries to go for a surround. Yeah, that's it. Very ambitious. Like, you'd have to really think that LawLiet's gonna fall asleep here in that second to be able to land that surround. And Ghoul getting targeted. Imagine if he had a nice tower. I guess LawLiet would have pulled back earlier. Tier 2 should be about to start soon. We've got a second archer. Yeah. And Tier 2 starts. I'm gonna try to smoothen a little bit my observing. Because I think it must have been kind of bad up until now. You know what I'm really excited about? Is the increase in FPS on the next patch. I really think that being blocked on like 60 is like not great. So the moment we can start getting more, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna feel so smooth. I'm gonna be unbeatable. Did you really think TH was the GOAT? I'm gonna win next GCS, thanks to those FPS. So Death Knight does finish that camp over there. Maybe boot to speed time. Oh, he did go aura, by the way. He was delaying it a lot, but he did go aura. Maybe he was waiting to skill it. I think sometimes you wait like for a while and then you see what's happening and then you decide whether you go coil. But now there was a demon with mana burn. He was like, okay, well, coil will be pretty bad. I just get chain burn. So he almost baited it. He got burnt like 1 or 2 times and he was like, okay, well, time to go aura. But now he doesn't have coil because of this. If he gets one single one of those troll trappers, he gets level 2, I think.
Players' forces are under attack.
Damn, LawLiet doing this with just archers. Pretty sick. No Huntress Soul yet, by the way. Is he gonna do this? Or is he trying to hide? I think he's maybe trying to hide. So he wants the demon to go away so that he can move back there and start this now. And I think that's gonna happen for now. Does LawLiet realize what happened? Huntress Soul now on the way. Ooh, that's pretty. I like this. Very well done. Yeah, sadly gonna lose one duel. Oh no, actually. Okay, well, he does lose that one. And now Death Knight is level 2.
A player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
Damn, I feel like LawLiet is so good, but he's also got a little bit of inconsistency. But I really feel like when this guy is on his A game, he can beat anybody in the world. I don't care who you are. lean TH, he could beat these guys too. But yeah, definitely. I guess maybe they make him being a little bit more inconsistent just by being so good themselves and playing well when they play against him. But when I see LawLiet play a lot of the time, I'm like really impressed, and I feel like he's the best night elf. I don't know what it is about his style, but he impresses me a lot for sure. And as I say, that's one of his ways of getting snared and sniped. Okay, LawLiet, okay. Level 3 to be acquired by the Demon Hunter in a sec. Death Knight getting a little bit closer. Yeah, just don't go full corrupt on this camp. That's all I ask. Beautiful level. And tier 3 actually starting very fast here for Sheik. Shortly after reaching tier 2, he did get a leech as well. He had enough gold thanks to the creeping for everything. We don't like craters here.
A player's forces are under attack.
If you could get that, that's pretty sick. Loads of haste. Those are going to be great on the Lich. I think he didn't get Drunken Haze. That's a mistake. That camp would do so much less damage if you grab Drunken Haze first. And also the demon took some of that XP away here by being too close. Definitely a couple of mistakes here and there by LawLiet. He might pop that immediately. Sacrificial Pit, wow. Already thinking about Shades and Frostworms here, potentially, Sheik. And Dride's now being pumped out for LawLiet, who uses the Rejuvenation Potion pretty early. That Lich is zoned out. That Lich is stuck at home the whole time. I really need to get over calling Lich a she. I don't know why. But in French, for the longest time, and when I started playing Warcraft 3, we've always said une Lich. We never said un Lich, even though it's Lich King. So technically it's masculine, right? Not feminine. But ever since the dawn of time and when I started playing this game in France, everybody that I've ever heard talk about the Lich, we've always said une Lich. So in my mind, it's a female. But every time I say that, people are like, they're asking me if I just assumed the Lich's gender. Well, actually, yeah, I kind of did. That's because the way I was brought up, you know, like, to me, that was always a she.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think even in French, I'm pretty sure it's Walish. So Wa is like masculine, Ren is feminine. I'm pretty sure it's Walish. So I don't know why somebody started saying this one day, but they've poisoned all our minds, and mine in particular. Every time that I say that, I'm like, oh god, I did it again. I need to go to like French-speaking rehab to recover from that one and start calling it properly. God damn it. It's taking a sick beating this game. Damn, those gloves of haze. Maybe attacking super. Oh! LawLiet! What a guy. He doesn't even need to use the greater healing, I think. Oh, the invuln! Yeah, so he uses the greater healing. Oh, that was such a sick exchange! Without the invuln, he would have lost his mana from a mana burn. So that provoked the invuln, which in turn forced him to use the greater healing. Oh, that was so cool. Very high level moves. 200 IQ! That's what we're witnessing. One single fiend straight... Actually, yeah, we got a second one, but yeah, straight into Frostworms here in a minute. Nice Ring of Regen. I really like Ring of Regen, actually. It's like a very underestimated item. Ready for the XP tome? Just a strand. Lich closing in on level 3 on the other side of the map. Pendant of Energy, pretty good item as well. What are we trying to secure over there? Invuln? Lol. Don't you wish like the shade could come out of the cloak for 1 second and just headbutt the archer and kill it?
Forces are under
Would that be
attack.
sick? Lich not quite level 3 just yet. And the first Frost Worm is on the way now. 47 out of 50, so that means he could get one more statue or one more Feint if he wanted to. Sheik has he has a lot of wood. He left 2 ghouls on the wood the whole time. So I'm guessing a timing is going to be in the works. Ideally for Sheik, he would like to be able to get there, create this, save gold, and then go up to like 60, 65 supply, 1 heal scroll, and then just do a big attack. Where the Frost Worms potentially, like if you can get to 2, they kill the bears very fast. And if you can target the heroes, if you can fight here, all the healing of the Night Elf is up there. So it's going to be very hard for him. He can staff one thing for a while. So maybe he saves 1 hero, heals, and then tries to come back there. But it's still very hard for them to re-engage properly and fight. And actually, Sheik did not go down there. I think he... Okay, so... The Shade sees the army of the Night Elf. So he has a choice now. Does he either creepjack this, or does he... Well, there is a TP. I was like, wait a second. He could have creepjacked this, or he can go across the map and attack this. And I think LawLiet is very well aware of that. That's why he did this. So we got a Tinker, 55 supply. He's gonna hit that timing pretty fast because he knows that there is so much gold being mined. Like, ideally, I'm sure Undead would love to wait a little bit more up until they get like 65 to 70 supply, but I don't think that would be very smart here. No second Frost Worm on the way. It's just gonna be the one. TP immediately used. Pocket Factory at the front. A very conservative TP here by LawLiet, and I can't fault him. Like, this army is pretty scary. Oh my god, he got a mana pendant? Pendant of energy, even. LawLiet's buying time, because he's getting so many units right now. He can staff that. Oh, this is sick. Very well played by LawLiet. If he staffs this, though, the demon could get slowed. Okay, so he waits until the demon's safe. Staffs the bear. He's gonna regenerate everything. He can get more dryads. I think getting a lot of dryads there would be nice, because the panda is gonna deal with the ground army very well. And look, that tree, like, it's exposed, but he can repair that. He can buy time.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shanto 4 trying to tank some of the damage as well. LawLiet finally coming in there. Panda is gonna have to land some good Breath of Fire. He does just that on a lot of the ghouls. Dryads being targeted. LawLiet's gonna be forced back here a little bit. He does have staff available, but if he staffs one bear, then his other hero might get targeted, and then he couldn't staff that first hippo joining the fight. LawLiet was quite rich. I'm surprised he didn't buy some mercenaries. I think they would have helped a lot if he had bought like Troll Berserker and an Ogre Magi. But instead chooses to fight with everything that he's got there. The banner burns are on point so far. We almost have a Pocket Factory. He must make sure he prevents that, ideally, for him. Fiends dying left and right. The Frost Worm getting caught at the last second, but I mean, oh, it's so far away from the trees, so he cannot get to safety. Still being targeted. Did he just try to deny that with the Lich? What the hell? There is no death score. Lich's gonna fall, and Sheik loses game number 3 here with a solid hold from LawLiet. Very clean micro.